Romania in lane number 6. Romania finished 6th at Linz, the first World Cup of the 2007 series. What can they do today? They went away at Amsterdam and trained. Let's see what they're doing here today.
Watch out also for Germany. Germany had at Linz, they came 3rd and 4th in this event, so they've been really mixing and changing and selecting. They weren't at Amsterdam. They've come back with what they reckon is their best combination, and it's half of each of those two crews from Linz. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out for them. But I remember that we haven't got the world champions Poland here. World champions for the last 2 years. They're not here. They were racing at Henley last week and won there. We don't have Ukraine, who was 2nd at the World Championships last year, and Estonia, who were 3rd last year. So there's still some really very, very good crews to come into this mix.
Russia now leading the way as we come up towards 500 meters. It's half a length from Russia over the Czech Republic in lane at number 4. We're looking there at the Czech Republic as we go through. 500 down. Coming out into a good rhythm. Russia really smooth. They're just very, very easy as they come through on the water and they run. This is the Czech Republic in lane number 4. A little bit more grit and bearing it through. Just looking at Jurka, David Jurka, who is the strokeman of the Czech Republic quad.
The Russians moving very nicely. They're sitting quite upright, using their legs very well through the middle of the stroke. But the old idea, the thought that you put your skulls, the last thing you do as you come forward is put the skulls in, which is the first part of the stroke. So putting the skulls in as the end of the recovery, just as you put it in, that's the first part of your stroke. And that's really very important to make that connection well, and they're doing that extremely effectively.
The Russians, a bit of a combination here, new combination. The Russians are trying out the former junior champion Alexander Kornilov. He's in there. It's sort of big day for him. He's sort of stepping up to this. He's in the 3 seat of the Russian crew, a crew that finished 6th at the World Championships last year. And the Russians, they just look as though they're kind of paddling along here. They've allowed the Czech Republic to come through and then sit and take the lead.
Well, that's Kornilov. He's sitting there, and he's quite small. He's got the 2 big men sitting in the bows, which might weigh the bows down a little bit, and they put their 2 smaller guys in the stern pair. They've got Nikal Bikua-Mafatadze and Kornilov sitting there in the stern.
At the 500-meter mark, it was Russia. At the 1,000-meter mark, it's the Czech Republic. Now into this 3rd 500 meters. This is where the crews have to be brave. They'll have to sort of move on here. The Czech Republic in lane at number 4 out to about a half a length lead from Russia. But it really is everything here, because you're looking at this. You've got France at lane number 3. They're still in it. Up in lane number 1, Germany, top of your picture. They're definitely still in it. The Italians, we haven't seen much of the Italians in lane number 5. A really class body here. They're just creeping through this middle, this 3rd 500.
Remember, the Czech Republic was 2nd in Amsterdam 3 weeks ago. So they are the kind of the class act in this lineup. As I say, France were the fastest qualifiers, so do expect France to finish strongly. They may well still catch Russia, who are still slipping back, but trying to get back on terms with the Czech Republic.
Julien Barham in the stroke seat of the French quadruple scull, really timing this quite nicely, actually. They've just been creeping through very, very calmly, very collectively. Again, just knocking out, do the first 500, bang, put that to bed. Now work on the rhythm in the 2nd. Then you start to attack the 3rd. So you're poised now as we come towards the last 500 meters that you can really start to sprint on. Look at the pain on the faces of the Czech Republic as we go through. 500 to go. It's the final of the heavyweight men's quadruple sculls. It's Russia who have taken it on again from the Czech Republic. It really is just a stroke for stroke. It's cat and mouse between these two, and they're going to be split, are they, by France? Look at the French really heaving it on through now the middle in lane number 3.
France really moving. They just upped it there, last 500 meters, up to 40, and they're moving and moving. They move it very well too. They don't check the boat at all. They just keep that flow going, and they're certainly putting a lot of pressure on both the leading crews.
So it's hard to call on this one, really, because the Russian crew now, it looks a bit sloppy as the blades starting to rise up to the air before they go in. Just watch the blades. They go up and then down instead of coming down nicely. The blades of the Czech Republic coming down. The blades of the French are really just swooping it around. They can sense they might have victory here. inside 150 meters remaining. It's the final of the men's quadruple sculls. The French are just coming through stroke for stroke here. In lane number 3, the French just easing up. Lane 2, Russia hanging on there. It's about a third of a length. Have they done enough? Is it holding or are they controlling? Their heads are up. They're looking strong. Here come the Czech Republic in 4th. The French crew in lane number 3 still charging to the line. The Russians are going to hold it, but the French have not given up. It's going to be close, and it's just by about a foot. It is Russia from France, from the Czech Republic. What a closing stage is there, but a race really that they looked quite relaxed.